Hello and welcome to Blockchain Gaming World with me, John Jordan. So in this video we're looking at SERUM City. So this is a city building game from Faraway Games. So Faraway Games have been pretty busy. So their first game was Mini Royale Nations on Solana, shooter game over a couple of years ago now. And they're really heavily working with Yuga Labs on various things. I mean, Dookie Dash Unclogged, the mobile game, is currently live, so that's something they've done. And this game is actually, I think, one of the ways they got into working with Yuga Labs, because this is based on sort of mutant apes as a sort of concept, but it's actually not officially licensed from Yuga Labs. But then they've now gone on to actually work officially with Yuga Labs, and they've actually bought some NFT projects from them, which we will look at how that's integrated into the game. But this game is pretty simple. It's sort of very. They keep saying it's very sort of early season 2 effectively, and it's sort of very sort of conceptually very simple sort of resource management game at this point, and then it goes into sort of PvP stuff. So there's a whole bunch of resources you can see that I've been building here, collecting. So if I want to create these things, I drag them in, and it's going to take a certain period of time, and I can speed them up, and I need certain materials. So for this one I need these materials, which I can either just buy straight away with this effectively hard currency, or I can go and make these resources or find these resources elsewhere. So you're sort of fulfilling different requirements. So this one here, I'm just collecting these resources. This is a different type of resource. But here you can see I need to sort of fill up this recipe. So there's the hound feed that I just collected. There's a charred hound feed. There's some grain. A glass container, and this sandwich, mutant sandwich. I haven't got one, so I need to go and find where I build that, and a mutant sandwich. And okay, so generally it looks like I need some grain. So here's sort of one of the places where you do that basic sort of this is very sort of bottom line sort of materials. You see this is very quick to do, so like 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and then you use those to build up to obviously much more complex sort of crafted items. This breakdown thing, I think it's just a sort of a clicker to make sure you're still playing. There's all these different other things here. So here's this is the bazaar, so I can buy these things with the soft currency. If any of these are sort of quite basic things, so you don't really often need these, but obviously it's just a way of using up a currency rather than time. What else? So this is Pirate Radio is another place where there are sort of shopping lists to be fulfilled. Not really got anything. I haven't got flashbangs. Let's see. Make some. What do I need for flashbangs? Okay, maybe I just use some currency there. So what else? There's here's a money mountain. So I'm spending some money to get better resources. So I'm going to spend some money there, and that's going to take that up a little bit. Here's the pawnbroker. So here again, this is a different currency. This is these sort of cartel chips. So these are things that you can't get any other way. So spend some money on those. Probably don't need those ones. No. And it's very much, a free-to-play sort of game. So it has these daily quests. So complete one successful attack. Buy something from the pawnbroker. So the pawnbroker's here. Oh, I just did something there. Yeah, so why is that not working out? Okay, the slots. So this is fairly new. There's this slot machine. So I've got actually quite a lot of energy because I've not done it for a few days. So let's whack this up. So do the spins, and you get whatever you get. So cigarettes are another currency. So it's very currency sort of based. And let's leave that for the day. Okay, so I've got an achievement there, so I can claim, I've earned 500 cigarettes, so I can claim some AP and a diamond. Now, where was that? So far, this is sort of, probably looks pretty complicated, but I played this game for a lot, so it's sort of, I know sort of what's going on in most of the sort of situation in terms of building these different things. You can obviously, as you level up, you can build different buildings. It looks like I've got nothing to build at the moment. Everything I need to get to a higher level in order to build those sort of things. Although my sandwich is now ready to collect. Okay, So go in the, I've got a bag full of, this is all the stuff I've got, so there's a certain capacity. So these are raw items that have come out of factories, so been items that have been created using the raw items, things I've imported, chaos items, don't really know those yet, and all the different sort of currencies in the game. As the game's gone on, they've actually sort of made more of these currencies. So that's sort of one of the elements of the game. Collect the energy. So this is the energy that I use for that spin machine, and okay, needed that for the train, didn't I? So that train's gone away. It's going to come back later. So what do I need to do here? So collect. Oh, it's telling me here. Okay, so here's the attack bit. So this is called the clink. That was one of our daily missions. So I'm going to spend some of these cigarettes to find an opponent. And this is sort of there's different ways there's different PvP attacks. This is just one of them. So here we can see here 3 different opponents. This is the weakest one. So if I win, I get 14 points. But if I win against this one, I get 27 points. But I'm less likely to win against this one because he's more powerful. Well, he's level 20. So let's do here. And again, sort of the game, it's not a game where you suddenly go into action sort of gameplay. I choose a building to attack, so this will actually impact the other player. I mean, I don't think that's too much. Oh, he's got 2 of those. Interesting. Okay, so let's choose this one here. And it's going to just do a sort of an autoplay attack where I roll dice and there's multipliers, and then that's my score, and then I'm going to win this cause, even though I think he had a high multiplier, he didn't roll very well. So there we go, I win, and obviously I'm going to win some base sort of resources, and also the tooth, which is going to level me up within this clink game as well. So daily quest, so now that one is claimable. Open a chest, get more, of course, of these different rewards. I don't know why that one. Oh, it's a limited item. That's why. I don't know what the limited item. Oh, it's from here. Okay. So how much? So let's buy. Even though that's an item I could easily make, I buy it from there to get the reward. And wins 8 slots. Okay. Maybe later on today I can do that. So that's sort of the daily sort of cycle of doing things. Oh, why does it keep doing this? Oh, because I've got so it wants me to do collect energy from crystal mounds, complete successful attacks, and then spin the spin machine 20 times. Oh, here. Okay, I didn't know how to do this actually. So if I harvest that, it's going to take some of these, look like dynamites. Okay, it's going to harvest. Okay, so there's 1,400 there, and I'm going to harvest 35 of those energies, which I guess go to the spin machine as well. So there's all these different sort of things going on there. And season diary. Okay, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. It's sort of quite deep in terms of the sort of rewarding to rank on leaderboards. That's sort of where the power stuff happens. There's a whole bunch of sort of other stuff. So these are other elements that are opened up at different levels. So level 14, 17, and 19. Actually, yeah. So what I was also going to show actually was the integration, if I can remember where it is. Okay. So here we can see this is the heavy metal hub. So these are 2 heavy metal NFTs that I own. So these were originally created by Yuga Labs, dropped off the sort of was it the Dookie Dash? I can't remember how they I can't even remember how they made these anyway. But these are when you have these, you stake these to produce cigarettes. So you're not actually staking them as a blockchain transaction. You just sort of is looking at your attached wallet, and it's sort of soft staking them. So the more you have of these, the more of these cigarettes currency you produce. So I've only got 2 of these. Currently about $100 if you want to go and buy them. Probably you wouldn't want to buy them just to just to put them in to get these cigarettes. But anyway, the whole point is that over time they want to have more sort of integration between the NFTs they've got, and I'm trying to find the other one, which is Yeah. So this is the original NFT that one of the companies behind Serum City called Nova Labs, and they had the original sort of they were a cartel of mutant ape owners. So a whole bunch of people who owned mutant apes came together to form the cartel. And they dropped their own NFT as part of that when everyone's doing NFTs. They have these hounds. So these hounds were the sort of original NFT that we used for Serum City. So again, you sort of have these hounds. It auto produces base items here. Although the issue here is I have to feed them, and I can't work. This sweet bone one doesn't seem to be. This is a boost actually. Doesn't seem to be in the store at the moment actually. So anyway, you have. So this is just showing another integration of these NFTs that Faraway Games is doing. So that you can see there's sort of a basic game going on here. There's a bunch of stuff to unlock. There's some battling stuff. There's some other battling stuff I can do here. So this territory is held by a rival. So I need these different requirements. So I have all these, so I can do this, and then I do a challenge. So this is just doing another autoplay challenge against this other character. So this is obviously my hound. You needed one of these hounds to play this. That's why they're showing that as the avatar. I can just speed this up, and it looks like I won. And there's another battle here. In this case, I would have to buy these items using the hard currency and fill that, and then obviously we go through the challenge again. And I lost that one, so that wasn't so good. So here, okay, so here's a mine. So I have these different explosives, and they have different strengths, and again they're unlocking different resources, so it's all very sort of resource heavy. And then you have these mutants apes coming in as sort of tutorial characters telling you what's going on. And then when you get these items go into the chaos transmutation sort of maker, where you can actually make these other resources that end up going on a leaderboard. So sort of layers upon layers. I don't know what's taking me there. So maybe if I want to go and replay that one to see if I win. And there's all these other new sort of buildings coming up here. So beginner challenge. So they sort of have this basic sort of city building sort of a core loop, and then sort of layering all these other sort of interactions, either sort of PvE sort of modes, I suppose you would say, or PvP, even though they're sort of asynchronous. You're not directly playing against someone else, you're playing against someone else's sort of city and their items. So as I say, sort of pretty early days for this, and it probably looks pretty complicated from the first time you look at it, but it's you sort of get the hang of it. I guess the thing is, quite if it has a very strong meta. So you're just doing lots of little things. I don't know whether it builds up enough to keep doing lots of little things to what you get out at the end. I guess it sort of depends on the leaderboards and what they're going to be doing there in terms of sort of maybe NFT rewards and that sort of thing. But I find it sort of interesting enough to drop in at least once a day to sort of do the basic quests, which is sort of all you can ask of these sort of grinding games. Anyway, thanks for watching the video. See you again soon.